Now he not only pushed me, but he threw the first punch. So I'm like, all right, cool, fair game now. Bink, 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 bink. 4-piece nugget, bro. Welcome back to another video over here on Tyrell Frye. I'm Tyrell Frye, in case you don't know. And in today's video, man, I kind of want to share a story time with you all that kind of changed my life, and I believe it's going to help a lot of you out there. Even if you're not a subscriber of mine and you just come across this video, if this video found you for whatever reason, maybe you just needed to hear this. So stick around, listen to this story time, and I think it'd be very beneficial to a lot of you. This is going to be a two-part video. The first part is just kind of like a backstory, kind of how I got into basketball, all the information that you need to understand the story better, okay? Because if I posted the whole thing, it'd be like a 40-minute video, and I just wanted to let you guys know that there's two parts, okay? The first part is going to be the backstory, you know, how I got started in basketball, my high school experience, all that, man, is very, very important and very vital information to the whole story. Part two is going to be where the fight starts, and then, you know, kind of what happens after that, you know, after I get into the fight, the consequences, and, you know, where I'm at now kind of thing. So be sure to watch part one, all of part one. I appreciate you guys. And then once you finish part one, watch part two. Today's story time, I'm actually going to tell you guys about a high school fight that I got into my senior year of high school that changed everything. And this is my first time talking about it publicly. This is my first time, you know, really just giving my input on it, you know, years later. I decided to share this video to my subscribers, to my family, to my friends, or anyone else that come across this video on YouTube and may find it helpful. You know, it was a very tough time for me, and I just want to kind of give you guys this story so you guys can learn a little bit more about me. And I know I also have a lot of former students out there that I've shared this story with, and they love the story and they want to hear it again, or they told their friends about it and they wanted me to tell their friends. So I decided to just make this video. So it's my senior year district championship night. This is where the fight happens. We had this guy that was a part of the team. He actually was he was kind of like a manager almost. He tried out for the team, didn't make it, but, you know, the coach was like, yo, he's cool, whatever. So he was like a part of the team, basically. Like anytime we traveled to West Virginia, Roanoke, away games, home games, he was there. He's part of the team. And for any of you guys that's never been on a sports team before, let me just give you like an idea of what it's like. When you're on a sports team, y'all like a family. You know, you joke around a lot. You know, you may do some rap battles, you may do some impressions. You just mess around with each other, bro. Like it's a bond, it's a family. We used to do this thing on the basketball team. I don't know how many of you guys ever seen wrestling, but there's this wrestler called Mankind. He puts a sock on his hand and he shoves it down his opponent's mouth.
Oh my! It's Mankind! Wait a minute! Oh! Socko! Mr. Socko! And the mandible claw! Oh no!
We used to do that to each other in the back. I know it's nasty now, but we were high schoolers, you know what I'm saying? We used to do that. RKO each other. We used to have so much fun, bro. But he was a part of it. So anytime we had rap battles or we're joning on each other, he's a part of it. And he's actually, you know, giving it out too. And he's taking it, right? So we had a pep rally this one day because we had district championship against Battlefield. After the pep rally, you know, the basketball players, we kind of just hanging out at the school because we had a game later that day. I have one of my friends that's on the team. He comes up to me, Desmond. Shout out to Desmond, man. You know what I'm saying? But Desmond comes up to me and says, hey, yo, bro, hey, get him with the sock, right? Get him with the sock. I was like, you got a sock? Like, he gave me the sock. I put the sock on, and I go up to this guy that's part of the team, and I'm about to get him with the sock because he ain't even looking. His back is towards me and everything. I come up behind him, and I get him with the sock. Oh, he's like, oh. Like, I get him good, bro. It's a real good one, right? Yo, this dude starts biting down on my fingers, bro. And I'm like, dog, what are you doing? Like, and I'm like, I just kind of like take my hand out, like kind of push him away a little bit. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, relax, man. Like, we all just, you know what I mean? We always playing with each other. And he's like, nah, man, like, y'all keep messing with me. It's like, bro, like, you do the same thing that we're doing. Like, it's nothing different, bro. Like, we're all doing the same thing to each other. Then he takes his backpack off and he's like he's trying to get big with me. And I'm like, dude, like, that's not what I'm trying to do right now. But if you want to do this, we can go to the locker room, right? Because it's like, I'm not going to back down for no fight. But then again, it's like, it's not even supposed to get this far. You know what I mean? We just joking with each other. If I can kind of describe his character, he's kind of like He's kind of like one of those people that does stuff for attention. Like he took his backpack off and like looked around to see who was, you know what I mean? Looked around to see who was watching him, trying to get like some sort of like, you know, brownie points or something. I don't really know. We go back to the locker room and everybody on the basketball team knows what's going on. They're like, oh, they about to fight, they about to fight, they about to fight. They're slicing it up. But I'm not even thinking it's going to get to that point. I'm thinking we're going to go to the locker room, sit in front of each other's face, and then nothing's going to happen from this. I'm not expecting a fight at all, bro. We go to the locker room, and I wish I still had the video to show you guys, but unfortunately they made us delete the whole footage. But anyways, I'm gonna visually give you guys a representation of what it looks like. There's maroon locker rooms. I'm in the middle. He's in the middle, right? I'm right here. He's right here. Everyone surrounding us is on the basketball team. There's like JV players in there, varsity players in there. They're on top of the locker rooms, like chanting. Like it looked like it's a fucking Greek fights or something. You know what I mean? Like inside a Coliseum. You know what I mean? That's kind of what it felt like. Because you got people chanting. Everybody like, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Then there's also girls in the locker room, like some girl managers, girls that's from the girls basketball team. So it becomes this really big thing. And I'm just like, bro, like this ain't even supposed to be like this, bro. So I'm telling him this whole time, I'm like, and I'm looking at his body language. Mind you, around this time, like I want to say like the year before, I was doing a little bit of boxing with one of my uncles. And like, I'm not even like really trying to fight this dude. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to fight you, bro. Like this wasn't supposed to become this. Right. So we're inside of the locker room and, you know, I'm looking at him. I'm like, you don't want to fight, bro. Like, I'm just looking at his body language, but he keeps on insisting that he's going to fight me. He's going to hit me. And I told him, I said, listen, bro, like if you hit me or if you touch me, I'm going to knock you out. I said this like at least 3 times. I was like, bro, if you touch me, I'm going to knock you out. You touch me, I'm going to knock you out. Right. Because at this point, like he's trying to prove something to everybody there and not really understanding what's going on and why we're here in the first place. I get taken up for yourself, you know what I mean? Like, but it's like, it's something that we all do together. It's not like everybody on the basketball team is just picking on you. Like when we have rap battles and stuff, or we're making fun of each other, whatever, like joning on each other, he's a part of that. He dishes it back to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like, I don't want you guys to get, you know, because he's not on the team that we're just all picking on him. No. He would be dishing this stuff out too. Everybody be laughing. He'd be roasting people. Like he's a part of the team. Like we look at it like, even though you're not dressing up in uniform, you're part of the team, bro. I look at him, right? It is so loud. And it's like, I kind of zone everybody out and I'm just me and him. I'm like, you don't want to fight, do you, bro? He looks, I kid you not. I promise to God, bro. I was like, you don't want to fight, do you, bro? It's okay. He was like, nah. He's looking like this, like, nah, I'm not trying to fight. So you can tell from that moment, I knew that the only reason why he was in this predicament is because of everybody else in peer pressure. Right? So I literally, like, I'm going to repeat this again. I literally say, bro, you don't want to fight, do you? And I'm like looking at him like, you don't want to fight, do you? He's like, nah. And he's looking to the side like, nah. He don't want nobody to see that he's saying no. I promise to God, bro. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm not about to waste my time. So as I'm walking past him to go to my locker to get I had a G-Shock on at the time. I went to my locker to get my G-Shock to put it back on. I think I had something else like my backpack or something. I'm going to go grab that so I can leave. As I'm walking past him, the peer pressure comes in. Oh, blah, blah, you a pussy, da, 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 you this, you that. They start saying that to him because some of them saw him shake his head no, that he didn't want to fight. So they started calling him all types of names, da, 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 hey, you this, you that, da, da, da. They're saying that to him as I'm walking past him. As I'm walking past him, they're saying that. So because he now feels like, oh man, like they calling me out of, like they calling me out basically. As I'm walking past him, he pushes me, bro. And I turn around, I'm like, all right, bro. Like I told you put your hands on me, bro. I'm gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? So then we square up. Everybody's like, oh, everybody start getting crazy. The tempo getting wilder. Oh. I'm like, all right, bet. So I'm like squaring up. He throws the first punch, mind you. Not only did he push me, he threw the first punch. I did not think like at this point, I'm still like, I'm just going to square up just in case, but I don't think we're really about to fight. So he throws a punch, boom, skin my lip. I was like, oh yeah, he really trying to fight. All right, bet. I know he's trying to fight now because he throws the first punch. At first, I'm like, he clearly just told me he didn't want to fight. Now he not only pushed me, but he threw the first punch. So I'm like, all right, cool, fair game now. Bink, 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 bink. 4-piece nugget, bro. That's it. Everybody's, oh, that's my nigga Ty. That's my nigga. Oh, he's leaking, bro. I'm like literally, I throw 4 punches. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's it. Bink, 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 bink. That's it. He threw the first punch. I come back. Okay, you really want to fight? Bink, 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 bink. Four-piece nugget. And he fall down, and he's leaking blood, bro. Everybody in the locker room going crazy. Oh, yo, oh, that's crazy, yo. Everybody going crazy. People recording and everything. Now everybody's running out the locker room because they're so psyched. They just saw the fight. And he's leaking, bro. Like, I mean, he's leaking. So mind you, I did not want to fight, bro. I did not think it was ever going to get to this point. So he's leaking. I'm literally helping him clean himself up and the blood, bro. Because I'm not trying to get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? I'm really not trying to get in trouble. So I'm literally helping him clean up this blood. Like, hey, bro, like, yo, we got it over with. It's cool. Like, I'm helping him clean up and everything. But because, and mind you, right outside of our locker room, there's a trainer's locker room. His name is Mr. Lovin. So he sees like all these students, you know, all these kids running out the locker room, and he sees girls coming out the locker room. That was the number one thing. He saw girls coming out the locker room. So he's like, oh man, I got to go check that out. Girls can't be in a boys' locker room. He goes in there, it's literally just me and him. Me and the guy that I just fought. You know what I'm saying? And he sees that there's blood everywhere. He's like, oh my goodness, what happened? The guy that I fought was, oh, nothing, man. I just fell. He's just helping me clean it up. Like, he's trying to be cool about it. You know, I was like, I respect that. He's like, no, you didn't just fall. Like, you're gushing with blood right now. Like, there's blood everywhere. You didn't fall. What happened? And one of the guys that's not even on the team, like I said, there was a bunch of people in there. He had the video of me and the dude fighting, and he showed the coaches. This is what I heard. He showed the coaches. So the coaches knew what happened. The coaches, they're going to keep it in the locker room. But what messed it up was when the athletic director found out about it. He was still there after school. So the trainer, he walked me and the guy that I fought to the athletic director's office. Mind you, I had a game later that night against Battlefield. District championship. He walks us to his office, and as we're going, we're like, yo, bro, just tell him we had, we trying to figure out something to say so we both are like good. Because I'm not trying to get in trouble. Like, bro, I got a game in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to get in trouble, bro. I didn't want it to get this far. It started with a joke that we all do with each other. You know, basketball players, they always joke with each other to build chemistry. You see it now in the NBA, college. You see it, man. And anybody that's been a part of a sports team, they know what I'm talking about. Go watch Last Chance U, the first basketball season they got. I ain't watched the new one yet, but go watch that. How they joking and they mock it, they're impersonating the coaches, and they're, you know what I mean? Like, that's how you build chemistry. That's exactly what it's like when you playing, high school basketball, bro. That's exactly how my team was like. You know what I mean? So we go to the office, sit down with that athletic director, and he's just like, "What happened?" And we both trying to, look out for each other. Oh, we just had a problem, and we just went to the locker room to, square it off like men. Da da da. We try to make ourselves seem like responsible, but it wasn't the right thing to say. And long story short, with that is like he was like, "We're gonna deal with this on Monday because it was a Friday, but Tyrell, you're suspended from tonight's game." I got suspended from the district championship game, bro. My heart dropped. I was like, wow. I will never forget, bro. I literally had to watch that game from like Skype, bro. At my house, crying. Watching the game from Skype. I literally called people that was there at the game on Skype. And they was like broadcasting the game for me. Mom gets a phone call over the weekend. And he tells my mom that I'm suspended from school for a week. And that I'm kicked off the basketball team. I just remember crying like I've never cried before. You got a kid that grew up in poverty, that all he knew was basketball, He played basketball to keep, my very first time getting signed up for basketball was my friend Cole's mom. She signed me up because she knew the neighborhood I lived in. My mom couldn't afford it, and she signed me up to keep me out of trouble. And it became something that I loved. I sent him emails. I met with him in person to say, hey, I can do anything else. I'll do community service to get back on the team. I'll run sprints. I'll do whatever. But please let me get back on the team, because I saw my whole future just get vanished, white right before my eyes because of a 10-second fight. But he didn't care about none of that. He didn't care about, a second chance. He didn't care about, forgiveness. He didn't care about me growing up in poverty. He didn't care about basketball keeping me out of trouble. He didn't care about none of that. And for the longest time, bro, I hated Mr. Turner, bro. For the longest time, I hated Mr. Turner, bro. I'm going to say his name because I had so much hate on my heart for this man that, like, yeah, I'm a 17-year-old that got into a fight, but you take away the one thing that kept this kid straight for so long without giving a second chance. I had no history of getting in trouble, bro. No history. Parents were talking to him. My teammates were, my coaches were. He didn't budge. But instead, he set an example out of me, which made me hate him even more. Mr. Turner was a black man, too. I'll never forget, bro. I went to a home game. This is after I kicked off the team. I went to the game to go support my team, bro. They was playing against Garfield, right? He saw me pay for my ticket and everything. I sat down behind the bench, was there for my team, bro. He sent that same trainer that took me to his office when I got into that fight. He sent him to go get me and said, you can't be here. I'm going to give you a refund. So now I couldn't even go to home games, bro. I couldn't even be at the home games to see my team, bro. Like, he also told me I couldn't participate in spring sports. I was going to play lacrosse my senior year just because my friends, played and they wanted me to play. I got 7 days or a week of suspension from school, got kicked off the basketball team, couldn't go to home games, and couldn't try out for spring sports over something that lasted 10 seconds. So I couldn't get that film that I needed to go play junior college basketball. And the older I get, the more I realize that it was part of God's path. Because even then, after that, I would go work out at the school with that same coach that put me on. We're in the weight room, lifting weights. We're in the gym, doing drills with Division I players. I'm in there. Got Brandon Chaka in there, who played at California. He playing overseas now. Justin Robinson, who played, he got signed to the Wizards. He's been around the NBA, bouncing from the NBA to the G League. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have players like that that's been in there that I'm training with. He comes and he sees me in there and it says he said he's gonna charge us $50 per hour to use the gym. And I'm 18 years old at the time. $50 per hour, bro. You can go to any recreational joint nearby and $10 for the whole day, $8 for the whole day, $7 the whole day. I was like, okay, whatever, cool. Now I'm going to the weight room. Oh, you can't be in here. He comes in there again, same athletic director. You can't be in here unless your college coach sends, something in here for you to be in here. But there's other kids in there that played football that their college coach ain't saying nothing, bro. Because I asked them. But because it was me, he made sure that I never got back to doing what I wanted to do. I watched my team lose to Mountain View in the playoffs. Because that was an away game. I can go to that one. He couldn't tell me I couldn't. And both of the guys that were ahead of me that's on the team, they didn't score no points, and we only lost by 4. I think it was 4 or 6 points. The 2 guys that's ahead of me, the 2 starters, they both scored 0 points. And I knew I could have helped my team. So for the longest time, bro, like I literally had the same dream over and over again. That my high school team, we had like 13 seniors. We should have went to states and we should have won. I had the same dream. We playing against Henrico. And every time I go to look at the scoreboard, I woke up from my dream, bro. I had the same dream at least 6 times, bro. It haunted me. And I couldn't stand this man, bro. For 10 seconds. No second chances. But then, you know, I realized that it was God's plan. He had something greater for me to do than play basketball. Because I kept trying to play. Even after that, I kept getting hurt. Sprained ankle, meniscus, right? I kept getting hurt. So I was like, you know what? God's telling me that this isn't for me. He has something greater for me to do. Then I started working with kids more. And these same kids that I work with, I tell them this story. And I want y'all to hear this story because that fight is not worth it, man. It'll literally change your whole life. I seen it happen. It happened to me. It's not worth it. Walk away from the fight. I know it's hard. You live in a society where it's peer pressure left and right. You know, oh, man, go ahead and fight him. Go ahead and fight him. You scared. Let them say what they say, man. But walk away. Walk away with your pride and your dignity. Walk away knowing that you was a bigger person. Could this fight could have been avoided? Yeah, it could have. But I still feel like it was supposed to happen. And I hope that you guys, anyone that's watching this video, if you watch all the way, you know, through this video, I appreciate y'all, man. For sure. You know, it means a lot that you guys are listening to my story, and I hope that this can help somebody out there. Even if you guys just taking the time to listen to this story means a lot to me. So thank y'all. I truly, truly, you know, appreciate it. If y'all enjoyed this story time, please give me a thumbs up. Comment down your thoughts. Like, what do you think about this story time? What are your thoughts? Have you ever been in a situation like this? If you ever got into a high school fight, please let me know down in the comments, man. I really want to hear you guys' thoughts on this. All right, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe already to the Tyrell Frye channel, where we do a lot of different videos. You know what I mean? Follow me on Instagram. Link is in the description. I made a new Instagram, so please go follow it. Show some support to your boy. Turn on the notifications. And until next time, I'm out of here, y'all. Peace. One love.